Tonight is part 3 in a series on Nada Yoga. This writing by Guruji is entitled Supersonic or Ultrasonic Music, the Inner Nadam. As electricity runs in a circuit, so sound energy follows the circuit. There are many forms of energy, but the main forms of energy are sound, light, and the energy of electricity. We live in the world of language. Do you know what is that language? Language is a form of sound energy. We have many ways of communication and expression, but language or sound energy is the chief means of our expression and communication. What is language? Language is a combination of words which has a subject, a verb, that is to say, a subject and predicate. The whole mansion of language consists of 8 parts, which are called the parts of speech. They are nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. And these make up the comprehensive sentence. Now, what is a word? The word is the mother of all 8 parts of speech and is the building block of language. The word is a combination of letters of the alphabet, but then what is a letter? The letter is the product and vibration of sound energy. Therefore, every language is the product and vibration of sound when you breathe out. Can you speak any language without breathing out?
Try.
Try. You can make a horrible sound, but you can't speak.
Well, you can talk a little bit if you breathe in.
So I breathe out.
Pronounce Om without breathing out. We got some big souls here.
Any language is breathing out.
Therefore, every language is breathing out. Without breathing out, you cannot produce any word. Try to breathe in and talk something at the same time, you find you cannot do that. When you breathe out, then the air of your lungs, by means of the brain center and mind, passes out through the larynx. Therefore, every letter is the vibration of atoms and molecules which were in your lungs in the form of air, in quality and quantity. In short, the letters of the alphabet are the product of energy, qualitatively and quantitatively, and all words are combinations of letters. The sentence is a combination of various types of words which makes comprehensive sense in the form of subject and predicate, in the process of expression and communication of our thoughts. Behind every letter and word, there is a mental image and a physical image. You cannot think anything without an image. And the sound energy has 4 forms: para, pashyanti, madhyama, and vaikari. Another name for this sound current or sound energy is nadam. Anahat nadam, or nada are all names for the same thing.
Feel Vada he is of Nadam.
Feel the para state of nadam.
We can't wait sight. See on mind. He killed on mind.
Still your mind.
Monday.
For 1 minute.
Do not think anything.
Do not think anything. This is
Para.
the para state,
State
state
of Nadam.
of nadam. Para state of nadam. Here there is no dualism
Object.
between subject and object.
You can feel.
You can feel.
Mind become no mind.
Here the man becomes no man.
Moment.
Woman becomes no more woman.
Pandit become hormone Pandit.
Pundit is no more pundit.
And pure.
And a stupid becomes no more stupid.
Pandit.
There's oneness.
Eat no more eat.
The rich is no more rich.
Poor is no more
Poor is no more poor.
woman is no more woman.
Woman is no more woman.
Man is no more man.
Man is no more man.
King is no more king.
King is no more king.
Beggar is no more
And the wicked is no more
beggar.
beggar is no more a beggar.
Dead is no more bad. Dead.
The dead is no more dead.
I is no more alive.
And alive is no more alive.
Feet.
Feel.
Because you are absolute. I am.
Because you are absolute, I am.
Manthanti. Manthanti.
Well, this has para first.
Half that.
Nadam is an expression of the Absolute. This nada was present before creation. When the creative universe did not exist, then the universe of energy was vibrating in the form of nada, or in the form of divine music. This is also called the music of the spheres, the universe of energy, eternal, always noumenon, in the para state. At the time of creation and manifestation,
I am always noumenon. Find out.
I am is always noumenon. Find out.
You are always noumenon.
You are always noumenon.
Do not see the pen Kim.
You do not need to tell any name.
See, Ken. See,
Change.
because you are named. Because you are
changeless,
non-named form.
beyond name and form. At the time of creation, para transforms into pashyanti.
Feel, monument, vibration.
Feel vibration for 1 minute.
Vibrating horses of him atoms of molecules.
Vibrating the ocean of atoms and molecules.
Vibrations of horses of electricity.
Vibrating the ocean of electricity.
Vibrations of saturation.
Vibration of circulation.
Vibration of breathing.
Vibration of breathing.
Vibration of electricity.
Vibration of electricity.
Vibration of whole body.
Vibration of the whole body.
Any power of hydrogen particles.
In the form of atoms and molecules.
Constantly.
Pashyanti. Para transforms into pashyanti. That is to say, the energy of sound and light becomes one with manifestation, with the creation of the sensory universe. Although at this stage it is still in the form of sprouting.
Akasha are space.
Akasha, or space,
Full of light.
is full of light,
But we cannot see.
but we cannot see it.
Why?
Why?
That he have no effect.
Because we have no
Medium.
mechanism,
Medium
medium
of effect.
of
Effect.
reflection.
One time. Done.
When the sun shines
And touch effect back out.
and the earth reflects back that light,
You have tea.
then you have day.
find although he have sun,
Although we have the sun
other side,
on the other side of the earth,
that is attacked,
then
nothing.
nothing is there to reflect.
You have night.
You have night.
How do we have that?
Although we still have the sun in space.
It is called patati.
This is called pashyanti.
You feel, how you feel,
If you feel
all of how many
the ocean of awareness,
and mandati.
that is pashyanti. The second stage is called pashyanti, for it is para or noumenon with manifestation. The meaning of pashyanti is that which you can see in phenomenal form.
Feel.
That
How
which
you
can
feel.
feel. At the third stage, this sound energy, or nadam, becomes audible sound current. That is to say, the current of life. It is manifested in the crown chakra as the divine or heavenly music in the form of sound.
Contact. Contact.
Crown chakra, like ringing.
Contact. I tell you father. Contact. I tell you.
Chakra or cerebral cortex.
Same thing.
They are the same thing.
Many tact. Same many tact.
There are many
Tact.
drugs
Tact. Heavy.
which
Heavy. Heavy.
stimulate
Sound tact.
the crown chakra.
Vibrate.
They vibrate.
I could take
They are called psychedelic drugs.
What glandular structure is
now on that day hubble.
It's above all the glandulars.
I call Brahmananda. I call
How alcohol works at the Agya chakra,
Kimila.
medulla. Okay. The sound manifested in the crown chakra may become like ringing, humming, buzzing, church bells, string instruments, flute, drum, cricket-like sound,
Here.
so on and so forth.
So here.
Close your ears
Four.
with both your hands.
Hariom. How many are you here?
How many of you hear sound? 100%.
Fine, very automatically,
When you hear it automatically without closing your ears,
then you have here. Here. Here.
then you have the real
Nadam.
nadam. We have three types of space. The first is outer space. It is called bhutakasha or the space of the 5 gross elements. The second type of space is called Chidakasha, that is to say, the space of consciousness. The sky, space, or ether are all here the same thing. The third type of space is called Paramakasha, that is to say, the absolute ether or Brahman. The absolute is always in the para state of sound. In essence, the nadam or anahat nadam is the manifestation of the innermost space or param akasha. It is not the property of the sense of hearing. Many people are terrified to hear this ringing or buzzing sound in their ears. No doubt the property of hearing belongs to the sense of hearing, but this nadam was there when the sense of hearing was not yet manifested. Even the deaf can hear this nadam. In the 4th state, that is to say, the state of Vaikari, nadam comes into the form of various languages. It has already been told that we live in the world of language, but without the previous 3 states, that is to say, without para, pashyanti, and madhyama, we cannot understand and comprehend the blessing and significance of our language. Again, the para state of nadam is like the seed. Here, one cannot see any part of the tree. The pashyanti state of nad is like the stage of sprouting of the same seed, where you can see 2 types of manifestation. One is the root of the seed, which goes underground to connect deeply with the para state. And the other is the stem, which goes upwards into the outer space and will have to go on into further manifestation. The madhyama state is like the circulation of the same tree. On the one side, it is connected through pashyanti with the para state or the root. And on the other side, it is connected with vaikari in the form of various manifestations.
Vaikari is like fruit.
Vaikari is like the fruit.
But food is very artificial.
But the fruit will be artificial if there's no root and tree. Vaikari, in the form of various branch manifestations, in the form of the various branches, each and every leaf, flower, and fruit. The Vaikari state of nadam is like the same tree in its fully grown and blossomed form, full with branches, foliage, fruits, and flowers. Take another example. When the father's seed is united with the mother's seed in the womb of the mother, then the ovum is in the para state. Its visible form is pashyanti. Its pulsation is madhyama. Its fully developed human body is vaikari. This way, the whole manifestation can be divided into 4 states of nadam: para, pashyanti, madhyama, and vaikari. And this is true in every state of manifested life, whether it is physical, mental, or spiritual. Take a mental example. Absolute absolute stillness is the para state, in which there is no thinking process and no thought. Then the thinking process starts. The thinking process and thought cannot begin without any image. Can you think without an image? This state of image is pashyanti. Madhyama is the magnetic circulation of life energy between one side in the para and pashyanti states and the other side in the vaikari state for further manifestation and evolution. These four states of nadam are cosmic music. Can we compare them with the four states of consciousness? The waking state, dreaming state, deep sleep state, and turiya. Turiya can be compared to the para state. Deep sleep is like pashyanti. The dream state can be compared with madhyama, and the waking state with vaikari. Although the waking state or vaikari is predominant, like the branches, leaves, fruits, and flowers of the tree, yet without dreaming, deep sleep, and turiya, the madhyama, pashyanti, and para states, then the waking state cannot exist. Just as the branches, leaves, fruits, and flowers cannot exist without the tree. No doubt, not every man and woman is interested in the tree. They are interested only in the fruits and flowers, but be sure, the fruits and flowers cannot exist without the tree. Yes, of course, artificial flowers and fruits can exist without a tree, but those fruits and flowers nobody can eat, for they are quite dead. In this way, the whole manifestation is classified into four states. That prior to all manifestation is called the para, or noumenon, the absolute, avyaktam. And after manifestation, all phenomenon, or vyaktam, is passing through three stages, or states. First, that is to say the beginning of manifestation, also called bhu in Vedic language, the waking state. Second, the growth and maintenance of manifestation, called bhuvaha in Vedic terms, the dream state. And third, ma, that is to say completion and perfection of the cycle of manifestation, and returning back into the para state. This is also called svaha in the language of the Vedas, and is the equivalent of dreamless sleep. Altogether, a plus u plus ma become om. It is called prajapati, or the para state of nadam, the turiya state of consciousness, or absolute God. Every manifestation of phenomenon, whether it be physical, psychological, mental, or spiritual, has to pass through these three states. The fourth state, para or turiya, is not part of manifestation. An example, the crop is sprouted in the field. It is growing, And finally, that crop is perfected in its cycle and is returned by farming to its seed. The psychological or mental thought is born in the human mind to do something. It is growing. And finally, it is perfected in the form of work.
Bodily something,
What is the difference
physical and mental.
between physical
Health.
creation and
Hey.
mental?
Vegetarian,
Physical creation
possible body sector, part 1000
physical creation is whatever the body
that
does
part 1000
for 1,000 years.
Same thing has been done 1 minute, monthly.
That, While the physical state would include everything a body could do within 1,000 years, in the Pashyanti state, that same,
Mental.
in the mental state, that same amount of doing can be done in 1 minute.
One thousand calcium of mana
1,000 years of karma
who can't pass benefit.
you can pass within 1 minute.
By the arc beacon,
When you are awakened
early morning,
in the early morning,
meditation,
you have
method,
created universe.
method, mean,
Mental,
actually, body meditated,
what is mental creation?
I love thought,
The creation of thought.
part of mouth. Who see, really, whole universe, my wake up.
You see the whole universe surrounding you when you wake up.
But can't busy.
Where was it gone when you were asleep? We have some nice Vaikari outside.
Hey, make a have you.
You want to help me? Okay.
Hard time.
You want to read?
Huh?
She wants you to read.
You are right.
We live in two worlds at the same time. The world of constant changes, or the ephemeral world, and the world of eternity. I am is the world of eternity, and the world of the body and mind is constantly changing, constantly in motion. In this way, we are passing from noumenon to phenomenon, and vice versa, from phenomenon to noumenon, from the unmanifest to the manifest, and from the manifest to the unmanifest. Thus, we have the choice to live in either world. First, the world of eternity. Second, the world of manifestation. Or third, the world of the simultaneous mixture of noumenon and phenomenon both, like the journey of the tree which begins from the seed and ultimately ends in the form of the seed again. Those who are wise live in all three forms at the same time, the noumenon, the phenomenon, and their united form, and they transcend them altogether to abide in the absolute I Am. Suppose, for example, you create a universe, making all types of creation out of sugar, the subject and object, various types of mountains and oceans, trees, animals, forests, body, senses, mind, so on and so forth. In short, the whole creation full of Trinity, that is to say, the seer, the seen, and the means of seeing, the knower, the known, and the means of knowing, or the perceiver, the perceived, and the means of perceiving. And then you invite gracefully Her Holiness Srimati Sugar to visit your universe. Srimati Sugar cannot see your Trinity at all, because the whole Trinity is made of the same sugar as she. In the same way, the whole created universe is made of the energy of intelligence. That is to say, the knower, the known, and the knowingness are all made of the energy of absolute intelligence, where your Trinity cannot even exist because it is made of the same substance. The para state is the absolute state, and the pashyanti state is predominantly subjective consciousness as the force of the witness. The madhyama state is predominantly the state of cosmic mind and cosmic energy, and the vaikari state is the biological and physiological state. It contains all of the body and outer earthly part of the whole universe. Nada is the eternal music of life which is going on all of the time in all places, no matter wherever you may go. Although everybody has this divine music of life, yet everybody does not hear it. This music comes predominantly in the following varieties. First, sound current, which contains various musical varieties and notes. Second, light current, which contains various forms of light, including various visions. Third, dreams, which means various automatic revelations in the waking state as well as during sleep. Number 4, visions, which includes various types of visions of enlightened souls from the past and present. And number 5, prophecy. Our whole relative life is the product of this eternal music, including our birth and our death. When our relationship with this music of life becomes out of tone and tune and out of order, then everything in our life becomes out of order. Even the kingdom of the whole universe becomes the cause of our sorrow and suffering. Even the highest form of prosperity becomes the cause of our highest misery and suicide, when we are out of tune with the divine inner music of life. A man or woman can live without outer music, but he or she cannot live without this inner music. Even mechanical, supranuclear, or supersonic sound is used by scientists to clean various metals and various kinds of cloth material. If distilled water is charged with supersonic sound current and injected in any man or woman, he or she gets temporary enlightenment. By temporary enlightenment, I mean that he or she can see without eyeglasses, can be most energetic for about a week without any drug or alcohol. These injections are very famous in the name of PEP. But the natural supersonic music of life transforms you completely into heavenly form. By this supersonic music, the robber and the demon become enlightened ones. What talk can there be then of meditative men and women. This supersonic or ultrasonic sound is beyond time and space. Therefore, you can hear it any time, in any place. Since this supersonic sound or music is coming directly from the eternal world, which is beyond body and mind, and beyond the changing universe of the senses, therefore the individual, due to his or her contact with this music, becomes transformed into the universal I Am, and finally into the absolute I Am. Without inner music, outer music makes no sense. Those musicians who have inner music and at the same time play outer music, they are heavenly musicians. They have the ability to transform the whole world into heaven by their music, and vice versa. Those musicians who have no contact with their inner music and who play only outer music, they can make anybody crazy by their music. Such a musician becomes him or herself crazy and ultimately commits suicide. I have seen in the mental hospital many such musicians. If a man or woman has no meditative relationship with the inner music, or nadam, then he or she becomes out of tone and tune, so to speak, and his or her whole life consequently becomes out of order and chaotic. In the military, musicians play outer music to excite soldiers to attack other countries. Music and drink can be used to excite sensory organs and sex. In nightclubs, music is played to excite romance and sex. Even impotent men and women become excited and potent for sex and romance for the time being. Therefore, outer music might become the cause of insanity, homicide, and suicide if it is without inner music. On the other hand, outer music with inner music becomes the cause of transformation and enlightenment of the musician, as well as the whole audience. The whole world history tells us that in the country of every Raja, Maharaja, king, and emperor, musicians played a great role in entertainment and enlargement of the kingdom, both in quantity and quality. If musicians do not know how to enjoy the inner music while they play the outer music, however, then such a musician can destroy the whole kingdom. Everybody understands him or herself to be equipped with divine music, and everybody, from babyhood to old age, occupies himself or herself with some sort of musical sound, from ordinary humming to full vibrato singing. Everybody understands him or herself to be equipped with divine music, and everybody, from babyhood to old age, occupies himself or herself with some sort of musical sound, from ordinary humming to full vibrato singing. But without enjoying inner music, they can disturb others' peace and happiness. This fact I want to tell you by narrating a most illuminating anecdote. Once upon a time, in a certain village lived a donkey. His name was Mr. Untimely. In the daytime, he carried laundry packages. He had the habit to come to work early every morning, every day, so that his employer would not bind him at night with the rope. Because Mr. Untimely Donkey came every day to work at the right time, he was free to wander at liberty at night wherever he wished. Now the donkey was the master of outer music, and he was the master of the orchestra in which all of the village donkeys and jackals were his students. He was the first-class vocalist. The whole village was vibrating with his vocal music, accompanied by his devoted students, the other donkeys. One night, while he was wandering in the field, he met with a jackal from foreign country and made him his friend. Together, Mr. Untimely Donkey and his new friend, Jackal, broke through a huge hedge into the cucumber field, and having eaten numerous cucumbers, crisp and green, they both discussed various national and international political topics. This became their habit every evening, and in the early morning they would depart fondly to their respective homes. One night, under the full moon, the stars gleaming like gems in the sky, Mr. Untimely Donkey, standing among the cucumbers, said to his friend Jackal, "See, nephew, the night is marvelously fine. I will contribute a song in honor of you. With raga and ragini, which raga and ragini will you prefer? What sentiment my song express?" "Do not, uncle," warned the jackal. "It might make great trouble, seeing that we are on thieves' business. Do not create unnecessary trouble for us both, for we are here as thieves. You know the saying, thieves and lovers should keep very quiet. That is to say, should keep complete silence. As the proverb goes, no sleepyhead should pilfer fur, no man suffering from coughing and suffering from hiccup. No sneezy men should become thief, unless they wish to come to grief. Besides, your vocal music is not agreeable in hearing, since it resembles a blast on a conch shell. The farmers would hear you from afar and would rise and fetter or kill you. Better you keep silence and eat very quietly these very delicious cucumbers." "Well," said the donkey, "your remarks prove that you are a wild animal, a most uncivilized creature. You live in the woods, that is to say, the forest, and you have no musical taste. Therefore, you do not appreciate music, because you know nothing about vocal music. O bliss of murmurs sweet to hear, of music's nectar wooed to your ear, when darkness flees, the moonlight clear, in autumn and your lovers near." "Very true, uncle," said the jackal. "I am indeed ignorant of music, but your bray is very harsh. Why do you do anything that defeats your own purpose?" "You fool, you idiot," answered the donkey, Mr. Untimely. "Do you think me ignorant of vocal music? I am master of an orchestra house with many donkeys and many jackals as my students. Listen to my systematization as follows. 7 notes, 3 scales, 21 are modulations said to be. Of pitches there are 49, 3 measures, also pauses 3. Caesuras are 3 and 36, arrangements of the notes in fine, 6 apertures the languages are 40, and sentiments are 9. 100 songs and 85 are found in songbook, perfect pure, with all accessories complete, unblemished in their phrasing sure. On earth is nothing nobler found, nor yet in heaven than vocal sound. The singing devil soothes the Lord, when quivering strings their sound prolong. After this, how can you think me lacking in educated taste? In heaven, all angels and the gods like music as their delightful entertainment, more than anything else. The music is the main source of devotion and prayer prior to meditation. So, after knowing me master musician, O nephew, how can you try to hinder me? "Very well, uncle, if you think so," said the jackal. "I will stay by the door of the hedge and watch for farmers. You may sing to your heart's content." When he had done so, the donkey lifted his neck and began to utter a donkey raga, that is, a song. But the farmers, hearing the howling and the bray of the donkey, angrily clenched their teeth, snatched their cudgels, raised into the field of crispy cucumbers, and beat him so that he fell down to the ground like a dead body. Next they tied his neck with a mortar, a great grinding millstone which had a convenient hole in the center, and then the farmers went home to sleep. Presently, Untimely stood up, forgetting and negating the pain, as donkeys naturally do, like the monks. Some donkeys have more tolerance and contentment than religious leaders. Therefore, Jesus Christ, most enlightened one, the only Son of God, preferred the donkey as his vehicle, although Arabian horses were available all the time. As the verse puts it, the dogs, the donkeys, and the horse forget their beating's pain. Immediately after the beating's pain is lost. Then, with the grinding millstone around his neck, he trampled the hedge and started to run away. At that moment, the jackal, looking on everything that had happened from a safe distance, said with a smile, "Well, dear uncle, why would you not stop when I told you to do so? What a necklace! Yes, you wear music, gold medals, rich and rare. Just so, you would not stop your music when I advised. You firmly had decided to sing at that critical time. After all, you are, according to your name, untimely. That is to say, one who has no knowledge of time and space. Do you know this donkey and his friend the jackal and the farmers, as well as that cucumber field? Here, these are the 3 gunas and the 5 elements. The donkey is tamoguna, the jackal is rajaguna, and the farmers are satoguna. The body is the combination of the 5 elements. The physical consciousness which is identified with the body and mind knows only outer music, like artificial fruits and flowers, which are for the sake of beauty. Otherwise they are not living, they are dead. Those men and women who are identified with their body and mind, they cannot know the inner music of life. They are like the artificial flowers and fruits. When the I am consciousness goes beyond the body and mind, and then one listens to the inner music, such a man or woman is moving heaven on earth. He or she is like the living flower and fruits. Thus, nada has 2 scales, the descending and the ascending scales. From para, pashyanti, madhyama to vaikari is the descending scale, and from vaikari to madhyama, pashyanti to para is the ascending scale. 2 types of people do not need to listen to inner music. The ignorant ones, they are underdeveloped in the field of pure consciousness, and the enlightened ones, for they already dwell in the inner music or nada in the form of the para state. If you meditate on the sense of I am beyond the body and mind, then automatically you will ascend from the Vaikari, Madhyama, Pashyanti state to the Para state, the absolute I am, God. Then you have descending and ascending scale of consciousness and nada, inner music, and you are resurrected from this earthly body and mind for good. Imagine, If the whole universe of the senses disappears, then what will remain? If you are not talking on the telephone, then what remains? The answer is the vibration or music of energy, the dial tone. The telephone, when you do not talk, then sounds its own dial tone. When you ascend into the para state, then you are in the omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, absolute I am. I and my Father are one, said the Lord Jesus Christ. Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahman. That is to say, the absolute I am is Alpha and Omega. Om Shanti, Shri, Brahamananda, Sarasvati, January 29th, 1986.
Any question?
There are any questions?
With your knowledge, I'm sure you could cure a lot of mentally ill people.
Oh, very wise man. He after hearing Adam,
After hearing Nadam,
our fear,
our become decided.
Valmiki, Tiger of Ramayana,
Valmiki, the writer of the Ramayana,
part cover.
was a robber.
Huh? He was united.
He was enlightened.
Holy God,
Tulsidas
but very dramatic.
was very romantic.
Oh, yeah.
He will find Ramayana.
He wrote a Ramayana.
Go, do, go,
The crow
become hunter.
becomes Hansa, a swan,
Man become God.
and man becomes God.
Often meeting Anam.
After listening, meditating on Nada,
Heady man
the crazy man
become intelligent.
becomes enlightened.
Therefore, you cannot find happiness anywhere else.
Therefore, you cannot find the difference between a crazy man and an enlightened one.
Both are body of below in mind,
One is below the level of the mind,
body above.
one is above.
Both are one body controlled by mind
One is controlled by the mind,
and body unruling his mind.
and one is controlling his mind.
Body owning heaven,
One is moving heaven,
body owning hell.
and one is moving hell.
Who can harm by being of Nadam,
You can transform by means of Nadam,
hell into heaven.
hell into heaven,
Tied to the side
death
into eternity.
into eternity,
Shark, shark. Yeah,
a stroke
into enlightenment.
into enlightenment.
I will not leave,
If you don't believe,
and you can't see me.
then you can see me.
Finally, people ask me,
Many people ask me,
why you have his shock?
why did you have a stroke?
I said, I have his shock.
I tell I had a stroke.
I the state of heaven.
It's a grace of heaven.
Part by I was teaching
I was
Part-
formerly teaching
and doing
and doing
and doing.
and knowing
Nowadays I live.
nowadays that I live.
As for my target, my head,
Therefore my stroke is my
heavenly head.
is heavenly grace.
God is very happy with me.
God is very happy with me.
Otherwise, by Trinity, take the one.
My condition is like a
One who fell down,
man who fell down,
broke his head,
broke his head,
and find
and finds a mine of gold.
he thanks God. He thanks God
Then he thanks God
for the accident.
for his accident.
I was Monday, only Monday.
For one day,
I was very shocked.
I was very much shocked.
How did I for my family
After all, for my service,
who does positive view
what do you give
to me?
to me?
After Monday,
But after one day,
when I saw
when I saw
open heaven,
the open heaven,
our heaven, our heaven, our hanging, our hanging, our hanging,
complaints.
our asphalt. No more heaven.
no more complaints.
Because God gave it to me. I said it's God.
Because existential God
Gave it to me. Then
liberates you.
I feel, he feels. He feels. I'm not happy to talk.
I'm not happy to talk.
I'm talking without you.
I'm talking because of you.
My motive,
My muteness
grammar,
and dumbness
has more power
have more power
than his species.
than eloquent speech.
His type, his type,
The
entity, type,
sensory life
in very good,
is very good,
but not heaven.
but it's not heaven.
You are heaven,
You are heaven,
although you will not know.
although you do not know.
You are forming heaven,
You are heaven,
forming heaven.
moving heaven.
Therefore you are here.
Therefore you are here.
Otherwise you cannot be here.
Otherwise you could not be here.